to start off the show, we have a regular who seems to be on the on Family Life TV and AM 1380, and has been in the Kittanning paper a couple of times. Miss Ava Bosco. Ava, how are we doing today?
I'm great.
You're starting to be on this more than I am. I mean, you're becoming a regular. Whether it's you're singing or you're talking about sports here. And actually, I heard your story on Talk of the Town a couple weeks ago, and that's why I brought you on here. You were doing your musical thing, but then you started talking about how you played soccer, and I found that very interesting. So we talked a little bit before we went on. How long have you been playing soccer? When did you start? What got you into it?
I just wanted to play when I was about 4 years old, and I've been playing for about 10 years.
10 years since you were 4 years old, which makes you 14. That's my quick math there. So, out of about the decade you've been playing, how many different teams you played for? Because I remember you said before that you were playing for 2 teams at once one time?
Yeah. I have played for the YMCA teams when I was little, and then I played for Freeport, Kittanning, Butler, Highlands, and I think that's it.
So that's a lot of teams. That's
a lot.
That would be a lot. Now, I know that you're really into the music thing, but soccer and sports, I mean, that's a different aspect. What's your favorite sport? What's your favorite thing about soccer? What's your favorite part of it?
I play defense, and that's I love doing that. I love soccer. It's my favorite. I love doing it. I don't know, maybe because I'm good at it, I guess.
Hey, anything that you're good at, I'm sure, it's fun to do. Who doesn't like doing that? Now, the thing that I found most interesting was a story you told about your leg and how amazing it was and how much commitment you showed to this. Now, take me through the very beginning to basically where we are now. You were playing, I believe, with a varsity team whenever something like this happened?
Well, I did. We did a scrimmage against a varsity team when my dad was coaching at Elderton, and I was helping him with the junior high team, and we went to go play the varsity team for a scrimmage, and I kept on getting knocked over by one of the guys, and it started to hurt my hip. But I didn't really think much of it. I just kept on going and going. And then I had soccer 6 days a week. I played for Kittanning and Freeport, and I played pretty much every day for 3 months.
And so, whenever you were in this scrimmage with the guys or whatever, you hurt your leg a little bit,
yeah.
And you said you were getting upset because your coach was benching you sometimes because your leg hurt sometimes.
I got benched a lot on the Kittanning for the Kittanning team. He wouldn't let me play. I usually just sit and just watch, and he wouldn't let me play.
Well, that's always frustrating. But what was actually wrong with your leg? What was the issue, or what did it got to the point where you had to go to the hospital? It was just hurting so bad, and then what did they tell you when you were there?
Well, I had done physical therapy first, and then I went to the Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh, and when I got an X-ray there, they said that it was a cyst or possibly cancerous, which was horrible, and they thought that I was never going to walk again, and they were surprised I was even walking at the time. And then when they heard I played soccer on it, they were yelling at me because I wasn't supposed to do that.
Hey, when you want to play, you want to play, right?
Yeah.
So what did they have to do, and what did you find out, and what was kind of your first reaction whenever you heard the news?
When I heard that, I was really surprised and upset, and I did not think it would actually be that, because we thought it was a muscle sprain at first, and then we figured that maybe it was a torn ligament or something like that, and then it figured out that I didn't have any bone in my leg at all.
Oh.
There was nothing there, except the size of a lemon would be the cyst.
Wow. So they gave you that news, and they said that this is the worst case scenario, I guess, but they said that you might not walk again?
Yeah.
And obviously that would be you want to make sure that you can do that. But what was your first reaction, because you love soccer? What was your first reaction that they said no soccer?
I was like, no, that's not going to happen. No, I'll be playing. Yeah, I don't think I could go on without doing that. I couldn't imagine it.
I can't imagine what it'd be like. And so, how old were you whenever you got this new?
13.
13. As a 13-year-old, someone saying you can't do something you love, and then all of a sudden it could be something even more serious. But it turned out that they did the surgery, and you said there was a bone graft involved or something?
Yeah, they put bone graft in my hip, which basically is fake bone, and they put in your leg, and it grows back like a regular bone. It's not. I guess it wouldn't be mine though, but it goes back like a regular hip bone, and I have like a x-ray from a couple months ago, and then there's the bar and the 3 screws which connects into the ball of my hip, and then there's bone graft in there, so now it looks like a regular hip bone.
Well, it sounds like a pretty long process. Can you tell me what the rehab process was like? What did it take for you to, and when I'm sure that you didn't take, you're not going to walk for an answer. I'm sure you were saying that's not going to happen. So tell me what the process was to getting your leg back in shape and, getting just back upright and not necessarily ready for soccer, but what did it take just to, get back into walking shape?
Leg lifts, a lot of leg lifts and moving my knee around.
No, it sounds like we might have a call, but yeah, we'll take it. Let's see if it pertains here. Doesn't sound like we have a call. Someone calling and hanging up. All right. Yeah, if you have a question for Ava, or you have a question pertaining to this, go ahead and give us a call, 724-543-1380. But getting back to what you were saying, a lot of leg lifts, and that's usually pretty painful whenever.
It was really hard, and I had the most trouble with my knee, which was surprising because you would think that it would hurt in my hip, and it was all in my knee that really hurt, and it was really hard to get up on my bed.
Oh, well, after the rehab and after a lot of pain, and a lot of that focus, and a lot of the that focused energy to say I got to get back to walking. At what point and how long did it take before the doctors or even you were feeling like, hey, I might be able to run around a little bit, I might be able to take a few shots on goal? How long did that take?
Well, after my surgery, which was in January, about 4 months later maybe, I go to a camp in Ligonier, and there's like a lot of running around. It's like a camp where you do a lot of bike riding and stuff like that. And that's when actually I started, and I went and I started running and playing sports and stuff like that. And then I got in September to figure out that I could actually play soccer.
So you said what your first reaction was whenever you thought you might not be able to play anymore. What was your first reaction whenever they said, okay, get back on the field?
Yeah, I was really excited. My doctor is really he tries to get me out there a lot, and my mom absolutely hates that. He's like my cheerleader, and my mom's like, no, you shouldn't do this because you'll get hurt. But I couldn't break my hip again or hurt it anyway unless I was in a really severe car crash.
Wow. Well, seems like it's pretty strong now. Now that you're back on the field, do you notice any difference? Does it still bother you at all, or do you notice any kind of difference in your game now that you're back on, but it's not exactly the same? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm definitely not as fast as I used to be. I do run a little slower, and I haven't played for a long time. I missed about a complete year of soccer, so it definitely changed from the year when I played, and now it's a little different. So I'm just getting back into it. Do you think that's because you haven't played for a long time? You're just trying to shake the rust off, and do you think that you will get back to your speed that you used to have? Because I hope so.
I hope so. I do too. I hope you do too. Let's talk a little bit about the upcoming season. You're playing for the Kittanning High School team.
Yeah.
And that's a combination of all the girls that want to play the Kittanning High School girls team, which is just a combination of all the girls that are in the district, right?
Yeah, West Shamokin, Fort City, and Kittanning, and we started practices, but they're not mandatory. We had one yesterday, and we have one once a week, and now it'll be 2 days a week. But we'll have mandatory practices in August. So
that's whenever things start going every day, right?
Yeah, it'll actually be twice a day.
Oh wow. Hey, it takes hard work to get that kind of stuff done. Now, what are you expecting out of that? Is it going to be a little more intense than what you're used to, or do you think you're pretty well prepared for that? Or
I do not think I'm well prepared. I have not played for 2 months, and yeah, it's kicking my butt. We did a lot more running than I was used to.
Well, it takes that kind of conditioning. You get back on it. If your body's used to it and you've played before, eventually you're going to get back into this swing of things. Now, you juggle a lot of things because you do your music thing. You're playing soccer all the time. Do you ever have any free time to do anything?
Occasionally, yeah. I practice my music a lot, so because actually last minute thing is I'm going to be playing at the folk festival on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when I practice my music, I can't really have friends over or anything or go anywhere because I have to do that or have soccer practices and tryouts and stuff like that.
So it's pretty, everything's kind of scheduled for you.
Yeah, everything's packed in.
Well, obviously you said that you're very involved in your music. Now, let's talk about, potential. By the way, going back to the Kittanning High School team, where are your home games going to be played?
They're going to be at the Lenape.
Okay, so, and how many, do you remember how many games you guys are going to play? 18?
18, yeah.
Okay, and those are just, technically, because you guys can't get into WPIAL yet, but they're still games. You're not going to you're not going to play any differently just because you're not in the WPIAL. But are you looking forward to that? Do you think you really think the competition is going to? You think that's going to take a next level and it's going to be a better challenge for you?
Yeah, it'll definitely be challenging. I'm not really sure who we're playing. I'm not sure if it'll be like teams from like Pittsburgh or something, but I'm not sure. But it'll definitely be challenging.
Okay, and do you know some of the girls that you're playing with? Have you played with them in the past?
Oh, yeah. I know pretty much all the girls that I've played with because I've played on a ton of different teams.
Right.
So we've all basically played together before, so we all know each other.
Any chance you're going to join another team? Because I know you said that you've played on multiple teams before at the same time. Any chance that happens again?
Possibly. I might try out for the ODP in a couple of days. I'm still thinking about it because I'll have no time at all to do like anything.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. But the ODP they always win the division, their girls division of the cup team, and my dad definitely wants me to be on a team that wins.
Well, yeah. And I want to reiterate this. You're 14. You know what I was doing when I was 14? Not even anything close to this. So this is amazing for me to listen to somebody that can manage their time so seemingly professionally, which is fantastic. Let's talk about the future a little bit. You love your music, but you love soccer. Is there any future for you? Do you think that you think about maybe playing at another level, like at college?
I hope so. I'd definitely like to play for college ball. That'd be really nice.
You think because obviously you're pretty good with time management right now, so you think you'd already be prepared for that to continue with your music, go to college, and still play ball?
Yeah, I think I would probably be able to do it. I multitask everything.
I'm starting to realize that as this interview continues. I'll get you out of here on this. The team for Kittanning, it's kind of new, and it's all very awesome, by the way. But how many games do you feel? Are you feeling the team's pretty strong? You feeling pretty good about the team's chances?
I do, because a lot of the girls I play with are actually really, really good, and I think that we'd probably win a couple games. I
hope you do. And once again, their home games are going to be at Lenape this year. They're playing under the Kittanning High School name, but there's girls from all over the district, and I believe they said AAA could be the classification go. We'll see once all these schools start merging and dismerging. And I'm not trying to start a political debate, so don't call in telling me about all this other stuff. But well, Ava, I have to say that I'm extremely impressed in everything you've been able to accomplish, and the commitment and just to go through the process of having an injury like that and being able to come back and saying no, you're not telling me what to do. I'm gonna do it. So I have nothing but respect for you. And I want to thank you for being on the Sports Zone tonight, and hopefully we can have you back in. We can talk a little bit about the Kittanning soccer team in the middle of the season. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.